Okay, this was 3+1 game. If there is no opening mentioned in the chat, I will just play random stuff. Okay, let's play e4, e5. Hopefully get some instructive stuff, no matter what the result will be. Okay, bishop e7, this is solid. Okay, c3 is almost always like a risky decision because of d5, but still playable, of course. So I don't know how the theory continues here, so let me think. Knight b3, let's try. Knight b3, okay. Bishop b5, bishop g4 maybe, or something else like f6. One thing I know is c3 is not so flexible, so yeah, it might be better to avoid if you don't have much of a knowledge about that. So bishop f5 is a move, knight c4 is a move. I can combine the ideas maybe somehow. So bishop g4 is a move. There are many moves actually. Can I sacrifice something? Yeah, let's try. b4. Not sure if this is best. h3, bishop h5, g4, bishop g6. Knight e5, I take. Rook takes e5, knight c4. And I can take on d3. If they d takes c4, I will have compensation with f5. Hopefully. Okay, they don't play like that, so I can play f6. They can play d4. I don't know. Let's try. This diagonal is weakened, but it's okay for the moment. Bishop f7. I think this bishop might be in trouble in some lines. If I can find it. But I don't see it for the moment, so queen d5. I don't know. I can play this, but yeah, I'm not sure about the continuation after takes d4 because this is hanging. Yeah, but I hope there is compensation. I hope there is compensation on the light squares. Like bishop d5 at some point. Okay, I can sacrifice material, but let's see how to sacrifice it. Takes. Okay, let's sacrifice. Because light squares are weakened, and also bishop pair provides compensation because there's a lack of development on the queen side. But it's hope chess. Let's play hope chess. My F file is open after the possible capture on e5. Okay, they want to play bishop d6, maybe c5. Bishop takes. I don't know how that contributes their idea. I can play like this, by the way, but I did not calculate. Bishop b4 is a possibility. Okay, I'm trusting my increment, but I shouldn't. Okay, c5, bishop e7 back, and hoping that rook e8 will come next. Yeah, my position should be okay. So they didn't like the possibility of winning material. Okay, let's try this. Rook f8 might be better, actually. I might have missed that. Bishop g6, e5. I don't know at this point. It's complicated. Okay, sorry. My time management almost sucks. Queen b6 maybe. Take queen b6. I didn't realize my time management is so bad. So So okay, anything might happen. 6. Let's see, 5 is coming. Hopefully. Okay, it's his time. It's his turn to think, because he doesn't want to play f3 at any point. It weakens the king. Yeah, but he has to. They had to play. Okay, knight c5. Still hoping to survive on the 1 second increment, because my position should not be so bad. I should be quite okay. Okay, I don't have to take, so I will double maybe. Knight f6 is not a good move. So okay, I will double. I will pin my hopes to this pin. But 7 seconds. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now I can take. But with which piece? So I'm not sure. I would normally take with the bishop. But I like the fact that this knight is jumping on the dark squares. And I'm now winning the rook. I can take. Actually, my time management is so bad that my opponent can still flag me. But 1 second increment saves me. Okay, very nice game. Thank you. I think at some point white might try to muddy the waters here. Otherwise, bishop g6 comes with great effect. Thank you for the game. Prefe 1966. Thank you. I don't see a salvation here, by the way, but yeah, okay. So maybe just to keep in mind that c3, if we are not very well booked up, this move might come with greater consequences than the normal c3 lines in the Italian gioco piano, I might say. Okay, play me. I can always play you, sonic me. I would prefer you challenging me unrated, but okay. So I might throw some stuff. If you play casual, I might throw random openings to you. Sonic me. Okay. Okay, I think up to this point there were many instructive games and many instructive points. I hope there is something to learn from. Okay, I played this line previously, so let me check this from white's perspective. As you witnessed, I played this from black's side on the previous games. Okay, this is Carlsbad structure, which on one of the previous games I managed to play f6 e5. Okay, my opponent played something differently. So queen b3 is a move, I believe. Queen c2 is possible, but queen c2 comes with rook a c8. So if they take, I will have to capture with my a pawn. I always find it interesting what people play versus their own opening. Yeah, this line actually somewhat revived through the couple of maybe 10 years, because Carlsbad structure is known to be rather rigid and very well understood up to the point that AI striked, and now people realize that it's even richer than its reputation. So okay, this bishop is rather sad. Can I take advantage of it? It seems like it, but not sure. Knight e5, they take h3, bishop f5, and still probably they will survive with the bishop. Okay, anyway, I will play this move, knight e5. I will be happy to exchange for the moment. This f5 bishop might be a target, not letting him to exchange on f3. if bishop f5, I might try to take advantage of that one. Yeah, like so. Bishop e2 is also possible. So bishop e2 might be somewhat more interesting. Hiding my intentions. Let's see if my opponent realized what my intentions are. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with that. Exchange caro-kann Carlsbad structure is very rich. Even though it's equal, we can believe that everything is equal. So no matter what, we can play those structure forever. Okay, I promise that I will take with this pawn to play on the a file and also maybe someday plant a knight on c5, which will be very beneficial to white's position. And actually, this bishop, if that bishop is not trapped, is not great piece. So this is what white is counting on in this position. This bishop is looking good, but in the meantime, I will try to double on the a file, and this will not contribute the attack on the a file and the queen side. So bishop g7 is possible, but bishop g7 is also possible. I don't want to exchange this bishop, which is not a great piece, but I want to have him with this little bishop here. So I'm spoiled for choice here. Let's see, bishop g3, and I want to double on the a file. Okay, what might be the possible reaction? Okay, I'll take. Not considering his f6 e5 ideas, and just try to play on the queen side. So can I provoke him with this, or just solidly play like this? Okay, maybe first this move, because e5 might be on the cards. Let's remove his knight. I can take it, by the way. Although my bishop is very strong, this bishop is not a great piece. So I can try to be copying the game Dingliren Nepomniachtchi on the sixth game of the match, like knight versus bishop. That bishop was useless, at least in that game. I might try to copy that idea to exchange the knight for the bishop and try to play on the other wing. Rook a5 now looks okay. To try to double and maybe play b5 and try to play against this weak pawn. Okay, my opponent starts their play on the king side, but I don't know if their idea is so strong. So knight b3. Let's see. Knight f3 was also possible with the similar ideas. And I can also play at some point b5. Now my rook is protected, and I might also calmly develop. Oh, this should be beneficial to my position. At least knight c5 idea works because there is knight d7 check and take, and also this knight is a good piece, as I mentioned in Nepomniachtchi Dingliren game on probably the 6th game of the match, as far as I recall, but I might be mistaken. But this bishop is generally useless piece, and this is positionally very suspect for black. This bishop being useless on this diagonal. I can also take this guy, but I am happy to collect everything because this is also a fork. Yeah, very difficult position for my opponent. Okay, normally I can take, but this might be better because even though they land their bishop to here, I think it's still useless. So I don't know if I take knight d3, bishop d3, knight e5, knight c6 is a threat, and okay, this should be also fine. Knight e5. Yeah, attacking everything again. Yeah, knight c6, knight d3, everything is hanging. So yeah, my opponent wants to flag me. Now, yeah. It's tilt, probably, but I will checkmate. I will try to checkmate. So, can I checkmate like this? Okay, there are many ways to win, so I don't bother with checkmate. I'll just try to collect everything. Still, I can checkmate, by the way. F3, G3, knight B5. Can I checkmate? Okay, I don't see it. So I hope he will resign. They will resign, sorry. Okay, now it might be checkmate. Yes, it's the move that I was counting on. Okay, knight f4, rook h5 will mate, but it was not important. Okay. I think in general this line with bishop on g7 is somewhat better for white. Engine also claims that, because this bishop is eyeing very strong pawn chain. I don't believe black can equalize easily with normal development. And maybe I might play better in this instance. Let's see if my idea of exchanging is good. Yeah, I should maybe keep the bishop. I also sense that, but bishop g7 should be fine as well. Thank you for the game, Sonic Me. Okay, then, okay, this exchange now costs material, but positionally is also suspect. This knight should be kept no matter what. Otherwise, yeah, this position should be, and this knight versus bishop position should be bad anyway. But here it costs material. So thank you for the game. Yeah, there are many good lines against the caro-kann. Advanced variation is very popular, and this line is also, I think, good. Yeah, that line with f3 we already encountered can be transposed into some French Stein's lines, as you mentioned, online encounter. Okay. I don't remember the moves of the game, which is, some games in chess history means more than the others, obviously. No matter what you are looking for in the game. As far as I recall, that Nepomniachtchi Dingliren game and something like this, bishop f5, bishop b5, as far, yeah, here. This is what I would like to show. Also, I would try to use in similar structures, and as in this game against Sonic Me. In this game, after all, there appeared some exchanges. Let me move further. Yeah, there is this exchange. Yeah, this is very similar to our structure as well. Even though I have full control over the A file and already played B5, which wins material probably. Here it's a very similar case of a good knight against bad bishop. You might say that this bishop is not bad in general theoretical sense, but it's already, I think, a bad bishop, because for the moment it has no purpose, and maybe in the future when these pawns start to roll, this bishop might have some future. And in the game, Nepomniachtchi managed to create a passed pawn, which might also work with this bishop. But remember, Ding went on to win a very nice king hunt like d5, which amusingly prepares a sacrifice which played in the game. This was his intention, and d5 was important. In which line? I don't remember, by the way. How to checkmate this guy. Anyway, I recall that this was a tactical shot, and black has no way to survive. So, but it's not the case here. So we want to discuss that this knight is better than this